Guys, cross country is right around the corner, and making sure that you set yourself up for a good season is one of the most important things you can be doing this summer, considering we're already halfway through. And with that being said, I don't think I have much more to say. Let's just get straight into the video. Now, number one, we have taking proper rest after your track season. And the thing about this is that it really just varies based on the person. If you look at me, after my track season, I wasn't beaten up and I didn't really have to take much of a break at all, and immediately got into training because I felt fine and I wasn't doing too much to the point where my body was going to be tired. I wasn't going to get injured super easily at all. But then again, you have people on the other hand who are tired after a track season and will need to take about a week or two off because that is what their body would need to perform optimally the rest of the summer. This is extremely important because you want to make sure you are totally ready for your cross-country season. You do not want to get injured because your body's tired. That's something that you can prevent, and knowing that you could have is a terrible feeling. So like I said, you have to listen to your body, and if you feel that you need to take a break, do not hesitate. You will not regret it. And like that, we're already done with number one, but number two, we have running over summer. This one may be a bit obvious, but a lot of people don't do it, surprisingly, and that is the mistake I made last year. Now, there's so many benefits that come with running over June, July, and August when the cross-country season hasn't even started. And basically what it does, it kind of gears you up for the intense training that is to come, let's say September or the months after. Now, you need to be very strategic with how you plan your summer training. For mileage, this is super important. You want to gradually build your mileage up over time so you do not injure yourself. A lot of people jump straight into, let's say, 40-mile weeks, and that will easily get their body tired, which will eventually lead them to getting injured. Now, what a lot of people do, you may have heard of it by now, but the 10% rule, you add 10% more mileage each week. But you do not want to religiously follow this. What this may do, let's say you're tired one week, do not add the extra 10%, even if it's like required under that rule. If you're feeling tired, stay with the same mileage. You have to listen to yourself as well. And like I said, not like strictly follow that rule because that can also get you injured. So it's more like a helper and not just your entire training plan. Now me, I do not follow the 10% rule, even though it works for many people. It may not work for others. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work for me. I just follow a different style of training. I'm staying at about 25 miles per week for, I would say, another week after this. I'm bumping it up to 30, and I think that's my cap. As you guys know, I do not run high mileage, and it works for me, so that actually just ties to what I would say earlier. It depends on the person. Now, for workouts, you want to add workouts when you feel ready. I've already been doing workouts with the older group. It's been going great. You just have to make sure you feel ready for it so you ensure that you do not get burnt out. And what probably every single person online says, you need to keep your easy days easy. Now, there's a reason why this is commonly said. That is super important. If you want to recover for, let's say, a workout the next day, you need to make sure you're not doing something too hard. Now, I've made this mistake a lot of times. My friends, we don't choose like the right paths for recovery runs. Matt, I'm talking to you. But we've learned from that, and why this is important. Your workouts are one of the most important things you can be doing when you're training, and to mess them up because you didn't recover well is a big loss and something you don't want to end up doing too often. So making sure you keep your recovery runs slow is extremely important. It will help you stay injury free and lead to more successful workouts, which will overall just make you a better runner. And how I do this, I have workouts 3 days of the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in between, I always have recovery runs, Tuesday, Thursday, obviously. And Saturday, I like taking a rest. A lot of people like doing their long runs then, but you can just switch it back and forth. I prefer Sunday for long runs and then going straight back into it. Now, how my schedule works, I do hill sprints Monday, ladder workouts Wednesday, and fartleks Friday. Now, I'll go more into these type of workouts later in the video, but that's personally what works for me. And remember, you have to build your own schedule based on what works for you, because that is what is most optimal. Because that is what is most optimal for you. And speaking of workouts, one thing I have to say, you need to stay focused on keeping your speed work from track. Now, you spent all track season working on speed. A lot of people do this. Even if you run distance in track, speed is super important to have. It will just benefit you every single time. It will not make you worse at all. So I don't see a reason for you not to do it. And one thing you still need for cross country, you need speed. Now, how we work on this, we do hill sprints every Monday. We do end up running 200s. We switch it back and forth. But what this does, this will ensure you have a good kick for your races, which can be extremely important. Now, you never want to get out kicked. It's just awful, embarrassing. You should feel ashamed of yourself if this happens. Now, to prevent this, you obviously work on speed, because maintaining that is one of the most helpful things you can do because of what I just explained to you. Now, what my team and I are doing every Monday, we go to a hill. We do 6 or 7 by 30-second hill sprints. These can be very hard, but this is what really builds that strength for those cross-country races. It will really help you out. It gets used to the terrain while also building a stronger kick for yourself. You just can't go wrong with hill sprints, even though they hurt a lot. I may have talked trash about them before, and for the right reasons, I may say. And on the other hand, 200s, like I also mentioned, I loved doing 200 during track. That's why you could see me have some amazing kicks at the end of races. Not to brag, but everyone can be unlocking that speed for distance running. They just have to make sure they're doing the 200s. This is what really gets you fast. Now, next up, here's an aspect that is important for every part of your training, no matter what. We have recovery. Now, I'm not talking about recovery runs, but I'm talking about stretching, foam rolling, salt baths. Now, what makes this important? Now, you need to be stretching, especially whether it be after just a normal run, especially workouts, just anything in general, because this will keep you injury-free, and just having that extra flexibility to your body will really help out. See, by now you may have noticed a recurring theme is just staying injury-free. Now, that's for good reason. Another thing that really helps me out with that is foam rolling. It's just a really relieving thing to do, and it just gets rid of the knots in your muscles. And I'm in the middle of editing, and I just realized that my mic died mid-recording. I am so mad I have to redo the last bit of it, but here you go. Okay, now based on what you may have just seen, the audio quality might be slightly worse, but what I was trying to get to there is that foam rolling can really just relieve all the tight muscles in your body and will overall have you feeling better for your next workout, run, whether it be depending on what it will be. What is my dog doing? And basically what I touched on right after that is the importance of running with a group or just your friends in general. This is just a morale booster, a mental strength booster, a physical strength booster, because basically what this does, especially when you run with people faster than you. Judas, what are you doing? When you run with people faster than you, it really just pushes you harder. This can be most beneficial in workouts I've found so far, and it really just increases the effectiveness of your workouts, and it's nothing you can go wrong with at all. Because on one hand, you never want to be doing long runs by yourself. This is one of the most boring things you can do. Now, I am being 100% serious. I may have done some things during track that contradicts what I just said, but it is boring and you do not want to do them unless you are with friends. Now, yes, if there's no one to run with, you need to get in the long runs, but you get what I'm saying. Now, that is what I believed to be the lost part of the recording. I hope this made it up. You're gonna like the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please. And you shall await the next video. It is looking to be good. I have no idea which one it's gonna be.